This week, as the Commanders get ready to hit the road to face the Minnesota Vikings, they might finally get to showcase their full offense. Terry McLaurin returned to the lineup last week for the team, and this week it looks like another wide receiver, Noah Brown, might also be in the lineup. And if that's the case, we could finally see the floodgates open for this unit on offense.
What will Noah Brown, if he's able to go this week, mean for this offense?
Yeah, he's a huge part of it. There's no doubt. And his physicality, his route running. I mean, he's a super talented player. He's a guy who, can really run any type of route, play inside, play outside, and has a great knowledge of our system, so he can help guys get lined up. And he's really a steadying presence for us when he's out there.
Possibility that you're going to be back on the field this week and you'll be at full force. I asked Coach Kingsbury about you today. Could you just talk about being able to be back with the brotherhood out on the field?
It's huge. We put in a lot of work over the off season and, come out here and try and have a good season. Fortunately, I haven't been able to be out there for most of it, but, I'm excited to get back out there with the guys.
How has it been for you navigating through this process of getting back on the field and mindset-wise for this day to finally come back?
It's been up and down, a little bit of a roller coaster. I've been through a couple injuries in my career. I'd say this is probably the toughest stretch that I've been through. I'm just looking forward to coming out on the other side of it.
And seeing this group back last week with Terry out there and then Burks and everything, what did you see out of those guys last week?
Man, just everything I know they're capable of. Terry coming back, not missing a beat. Burks has been a huge bright spot for us coming in, and the versatility that he has. He's a dog, and I've grown a lot of respect watching him play. I've seen him from afar, but having him up close and seeing what he can do, he's a special player.
Hey, Chris, you told me over and over again that you all can't go unless the offensive line goes. What have you seen from the offensive line these last couple of weeks?
Yeah, those dudes up front, they're tremendous. We always preach to get what's blocked, and I think our running backs do that the best. When you run behind our line, it's honestly, I think it's pretty fun. Those dudes up there, they're tough, and they get better every week. Chasing perfection. You see them working. They're coming in early, watching film. We're in special teams. They're watching film still, and then even when we're done, they're still watching film. Just a big shout out to those guys.
When you look at this offense overall, last week it seemed like you all were really clicking to get Terry back, and now maybe a Noah Brown back. This will be the first time that you all have been at full force, all those guys. How do you see this offense overall right now?
Yeah, I'm excited to get those dudes back out there, to see how the defense adjusts and, see what they do as far as not loading the box. I feel like this offense is going to be a lot more clean, and not to discredit the guys that were in there because, they were getting the job done as well. But I feel like, once we get out there, it'll be fun, but, I think we're going to have to find out come Sunday.
Another positive development for this team is the offensive line, where rookie Josh Connolly, after a rough start earlier in the season, has really come into his own and is now providing solid play up front. And also with the Commanders adding Laramie Tunsil this offseason, Cliff Kingsbury has praised his impact and performance on the line.
The offensive line, it seems like that they really are gelling right now. But could you talk about Josh Connolly and what you've seen out of him in this late part of the season?
Yeah, I'm really impressed by the resiliency. Early on, faced some really talented rushers and, had some tough moments, which all rookies do. But he's continued to work hard, hasn't got his head down, and just battled his tail off the entire season. And so you're starting to see some of the benefits of those reps, and even the tough reps you learn from, you become a better player. And so I've been really impressed by the work ethic and just the mental toughness that he's displayed this season. He's been phenomenal. More than I could have ever expected, I'd say. Just the type of person, the type of character, the way he works, the way he leads the young guys, and it's been phenomenal. And the play speaks for itself. You'd be hard to find one that's played better at that position this season. So he's going to get a lot of money.
Hey, Josh, talk a little bit about Children's Hospital yesterday and just how fun it was to be out there with the kids and making a difference in their lives.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. I was glad that we went out and do it. It was just the rookies, and we got to suit up and stuff, and we were on the little talk show and stuff like that. It was really fun to go and just. I mean, I feel like it gives you a different perspective of life, and obviously, you just got to thank God every day for blessing you and your family for what we all have. You know what I mean? Because it could be a lot different.
Now, you were dressed up as a little elf, Santa's helper. What are some of the main things you took away from yesterday? All the things you were doing, the snowflakes and all those things, but the smiles that you brought to the kids' faces.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it a lot, and I mean, I feel like we made a huge impact on some of those kids' lives. I hope we made an impact on all of them, but yeah, no, it was a great time.
And Josh, as far as football goes, when you look at the beginning of the season to where you're at now, how do you see yourself right now adjusting and just flourishing in this offense?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've gotten a lot more comfortable from September 7th till now, and it's good to consistently work next to Sammy, and I mean, just having that same group out there every time we step out on the field is nice for me, and for sure for everybody else as well, because I feel like we're all playing some of our best ball right now.
Yeah, for sure. But when you look at your game and everything, what are some things that you pull out that you say that this is where I see that I'm really doing good right now?
I mean, I feel like everywhere has been pretty solid. Running pass, but I mean, it all starts with communication, and I mean, God just blessed me with the opportunity to be out there and playing with the guys on every Sunday. So yeah.
Hey, Bill, you went to Children's Hospital yesterday and was able to put some smiles on the kids' faces. Talk about that experience for you, and what did you take away from what you all were able to do yesterday?
It definitely was a great experience, just to be able to make kids smile even though they're going through a tough situation. So it was definitely good to just have fun with them and show them that they're not alone during that process.
I see that you were Santa's helper, the elf that you were.
Yeah, they had me dressed up as the elf. So I mean, it was whatever to make the kids smile and just show them that we there for them. So.
And let's switch to football a little bit. This offense is probably getting all of their weapons back, possibly Noah Brown this week. You got Terry last week. Could you talk about just this offense overall, what you're seeing from everybody now? And the running game has really done well, too, with that offensive line being intact.
Yeah, it's always great to have everybody back on the field because, it's so many weapons, and it just opened up a lot of things when you have all these different type of players that we got on our offense, and it just keep people guessing. So it's definitely fun to have those guys back.
And some takeaways from last week. I know you all didn't get the win, but by far that was probably the offense that was clicking the most. What are some takeaways from last week and going into Minnesota and facing another good defense?
We just got to keep doing our job, just keep executing, and we don't got to do nothing special. We just stick to the fundamentals and basics, and we'll be fine. Being
back last week and everything, talk a little bit about that, and what have you seen in the defense overall from you being back out there last week?
First of all, I just want to say, it was great to get back out there with the guys. As a competitor, that's where you want to be. It's in between the lines. You want to be on the field. You want to be available for your teammates, and everyone in this organization put so much work in. And so, just to be out there with those guys was everything to me. I love how we flew around. Made plays, played with resiliency, played within the game, and stuck to our culture as a defense and as a football team. Obviously, as a competitor, you want to come out on top of those games. That's every week, though. But with that being said, we have another challenge this week. I'm excited to, we've been working all week to get ready for Minnesota. So I'm excited for another challenge this week.
And the last two games before you came back, I saw you with the headsets on. What were you seeing there with being with the headsets on, and what you were trying to do as far as in those couple of games?
Right. I mean, obviously not being able to be out there at the time, it was pivotal for me to be able to get those mental reps, to see it live in the game and to be able to hear the call and apply it, apply my, the way I'm thinking, like to kind of see pre-snap what's going on in live action on the sidelines, and try to play with the game within the game, try to be as competitive as possible on the sidelines at the time. So that was pretty much it.
Did that help you a lot in once you came back because you had those mental reps with the headsets on?
Oh, for sure. I mean, every week you're adjusting and you're adjusting calls, you're adjusting, techniques to who you're playing. It's a different game. You're playing a different game, a different philosophy of offense every week almost. So it was important for me to just stay in tune to that mental part and to be able to adjust my mind as if I was playing.
And speaking of the Minnesota Vikings, you got them on the road this week. I know it was a hard one last week that you almost got, but facing them, talk about that.
It's a great challenge in front of us. They got great players over there. They got a lot of talent over there. We got a lot of talent over here, so it'll be, the game will come down to, making plays and kind of, staying within the game, playing, being true to ourselves, playing, the game within the game, leaning on each other and playing for each other.